Okay, so this is where we're at. Fixing to get the motor picked up, get the torque converter taken off. Shit, I have stuff laying everywhere. Transmission sitting in there. It fits in really well. I might have to adjust the holes a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad. AC box is in, and see how everything fits. Like it was meant to be. Beautiful motor sitting inside. Gonna bolt it up. Looking good. Okay, so motor sitting in place. Transmission is bolted in. Drive shaft fits with no cutting. Fuel tank fits up in there. Okay, so today is a new day and I'm working on a few things. Radiator support, finished up the fuel lines and the brake lines. I'll show you those. So I got the fuel lines. I got this attached. Up here, they're running down. Made a bracket here. I was checking to make sure they don't hit the exhaust. Got everything run through here. Just kind of bent the old CrownVic lines. Got them attached. Got the evap lines. Got everything down in here. They put a bracket in here, so that's good to go. I did have to bang in the gas tank a little bit to get clearance for the drive shaft, so we'll see how that goes if I have to modify that anymore. Then the brake lines, I did some welded on some bolts and bent all the CrownVic lines, put in a piece here. Just got brackets, bracket there. Same over on this side, just reshaped the lines. Just took my time bending them. And then they run down this side of the frame rail. Made a bracket here. Bolted it to the frame for the anti-lock brake system. Got its first bled it one time to get all the air out of it, so we'll see how that goes. Just use the same mounting hardware for the frame there. So I just got these brackets welded in here for this is the factory mount for the radiator condenser for the CrownVic over here. So I got that mounted because this is the cooling for the power steering. And then I'm in the middle of, I cut my core support apart so that it'll fit. And then I need to make an attachment. I have to change this a little bit for the bottom of the core support because the grill mounts across there, but so far so good. Just one piece at a time it goes. So that's where I'm at right now. I'll put the camera up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I had made brackets and welded them to the frame for the lower part of the radiator support. Well, it was too low, so I cut those off, raised up the lower piece of the radiator support, and welded it to the core support. So now it's all one piece again. So it should work better, and I'll show you. Okay, so I welded this piece. I had brackets down there, but it was just too low. The water level for the radiator, so the water level for the radiator where the radiator cap sits needs to be just a little bit higher than the back hoses for the heater core. Otherwise you'll end up getting air pockets. You won't be able to get it out. So that's what I had to do. And it fits better, so I'm liking it. Okay, let me take you on a tour of what we got going on here. Got the core support in. Made little brackets out of some pipe for the radiator. Got the radiator in. Got all the AC stuff in. All the AC lines are attached. Going into there. Let's see what else we got going on here. I did make brackets for the AC, the dryer, so I can have that on there. I got this bracket made, just put a piece of steel in there and redid that. And then I think that's it on the outside. I mean, it is a little time consuming, so I didn't sit here and film a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. But starting to look like a truck. Okay, so now I got the exhaust taken care of. Should see that video. Now I got to do the front engine compartment wiring harness. Not the engine wiring harness, but the front compartment. So I got to get this routed and plugged in next. So let's do it. It's taking a little bit. I had to make some brackets, get all the stuff tied down, get the fuse box and for the battery tray and everything. Got the ECM in. A couple things I'm not using, like airbags. Not gonna mount those. Cut them off later. A couple things I still have to get into. Left front headlamp wiring, stuff like that. That's the right. A couple things that I'll need. Got everything mounted for the AC starter. So it's looking good. I'll show you guys what I did. Okay. Got all the wiring, some zip ties, got everything connected over here. Got the fuse box mounted, got all my grounds done up here. Used the mounts, the old radiator mounts for my truck. Made some brackets for those. The next one I have to plug in is this one for the inside, but I need to pull it out of the dash first. And then this is for the wiper. So I need to, we'll need to do the wiring for that, put it together, or I gotta see if I can change out the wiper motor, but not tonight, late. And I want to eat some food, so got the ECM, got brackets made, wiring harness all the way over. I mean, I think it'll be right. It'll vibrate a little bit, but it'll be good. All right, so close. Sam's hooking up the airbox. I'm finishing up some wiring. We'll need to put the battery in, and fuel. We'll put fuel in. Turn the key, make sure we have pump pressure, and then we'll fire it up, and then I'll give you a little
preview of the run.
Yeah. So show you a little bit more while we're working on this, and then I'll let you know how many days and hours it's taken us to get to this point before we fire it up. Okay, fuel line pieces are in. Let me connect the battery. So I calculated all the hours and days since I got the CrownVic here. So it was April 28th, the last Saturday of the month, that I purchased the CrownVic. Since then, I've been working on it during the weekends. I took 1 week off of work, and Sam has been helping too. So total days worked on the CrownVic is 22 days. Between me and Sam, total hours is 260 hours. So that's a lot of hours. Batteries on, like that, pulling in the fan. I guess.
I heard clicking inside when you put the battery on.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Or hazard, maybe.
Try it again.
Yeah.
So close. Searching down a
Yeah,
ground.
you took the bracket off the back of it.
Huh?
So how's it attached to the thing?
The bracket?
Yeah, no, how is it attached to the back of the wall?
Into the metal.
Oh, you just ran
Screwed it in the metal, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a ground wire. It's alive! It's alive! Not that loud. No, it's not. Yeah. Let's go, fuel. Check engine. Throttle don't work. Yeah, throttle don't work. Well, it does run. Fires up. Just no gas pedal. Hold on. Stand right there.
Right here.
That could be the ground wire to the fuel pump.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hooked everything up and it would crank, but it wouldn't fire. All right, let's check the closest thing to check is the power and ground at the fuel pump. We did that. There's power, no ground. Checked all the grounds. Okay, like screw it. We'll just cut the ground wire back there, hook it into a ground, fire it up. Throttle position don't work. Okay,
No,
so we're
throttle pedal doesn't
throttle
work.
pedal doesn't work. It's running, idling. So we're like, all right, let's double check the grounds. Over at the ECU, didn't have good enough ground, so we made a ground for that. Sweet, man. Then, hold on, let me show this.
That's probably ABS too.
Yeah. This is the safety restraint system. We're maybe thinking that it's tied into the ABS system. It's possible. I mean, you don't know what to do. Usually you can unplug the safety restraint system, the airbag system, and the car still runs. Run is a relative term, right? So we check in and I'm like, wait, I reach up there and grab the harness, the engine compartment harness that I put in last week. I was up till after 10 o'clock. Well, I was out here till 9 when I finished. It was a 15-hour day. I didn't tighten the 10 millimeter bolts for the connection, and it controls the throttle pedal.
So it wasn't fully connected. It was maybe one or two wires, and that's it.
Which means we probably now have ground going back to that fuel pump. But I'll fire it up and you can hear it. And then randomly, there's a hole in the power steering line in the middle of something where it was plastic was rubbing on it. So I'll have to fix that. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
So, hell yeah. What's that, brother?
Hell yeah.
So, 22 days, 260 hours worth of work between me and my brother, which isn't bad since got it at the end of the last Saturday, April's when I got the CrownVic, tore it apart, tore the truck apart. Now it's running. Now I just have to button everything up and I can drive it. So I'm super excited.
Wiring and lights.
Put my seat back in it, go get the AC charged, and enjoy, because that's what I want to do. So,
And now fix that random leak that wasn't leaking when we took it all apart.
on the other thing about the time, so I was saying, you know what, I'd like to get this done by the end of September. I was told that that was pretty ambitious to get it done by the end of September. Well, it's the beginning of July, and it's running. So by the end of the July, I will be doing burnouts.
Yeah, you should be driving it, no problem.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. Sam's put in a lot of work, built all the duct work, done wiring, helped me move everything back and forth.
So all the wiring I did works just fine. Just so everybody know.
Okay. I was tired that day. Okay, no, there's no excuse. That's why you double check everything.
Yeah.
You're just, you know, we're thinking about things. Did you try this? Did we try that? Oh, wait, about this. What about that? You know.
Yeah, new cars, it's all about the ground system. If
Yeah.
everything is not grounded properly, you'll have weird issues like it was having.
Yeah.
And with that plug being undone, that was ground wires go through every plug in this whole car, so
Yeah.
that was causing issues.
I'm sure now if we test that one ground wire, it probably has ground.
Yeah,
So,
ground
but
light
I've already grounded to the frame, so I'm leaving.
But we found that the ECU wasn't grounded properly, so that's
Yeah, that is positive.
we didn't know, and that's good because ECU ground faults is huge problems with modern cars.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
One
but-
pack rat choose the wrong wire, and you'll have ground faults.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I appreciate you guys watching. Continue watching. I'm going to finish this up and then. But
Sweet.
thanks, guys.
Later.
Sitting watching, following along, and see where this goes.